We live in a world where so many people wake up every morning already exhausted by the thought of another workday. Not because they're lazy, but because deep down they know they're running on empty. Because even after every promotion, every bonus, every paycheck, something still feels missing. It's not about the lack of money anymore. It's about the lack of meaning. And that's the quiet crisis happening behind countless smiling social media posts. The moment people realize that chasing paychecks alone is no longer enough to make life feel worth it. In modern society, the narrative of success has been built almost entirely around financial achievement. From childhood, we're told to find a stable job, climb the corporate ladder, buy a house and retire comfortably. It sounds logical, even noble. But somewhere along the way, that structure of safety started to cage us. Because when we measure our lives purely in numbers, income, bonuses, bills, we slowly lose sight of purpose, joy, and self-worth. And what's left is a generation working harder than ever, yet feeling more disconnected than before. Many people in their 30s and 40s are quietly asking themselves questions they were too afraid to face in their 20s. Is this really all there is? Am I supposed to spend the next 30 years doing something that doesn't make me feel alive? The pandemic, the rise of remote work, and the explosion of burnout culture have exposed a universal truth. Money can't replace meaning. And yet we keep running the same race, expecting a different finish line. The problem isn't that people want financial security, it's that financial security has replaced life satisfaction as the ultimate goal. When we equate worth with wealth, we create a fragile foundation, one that crumbles the moment we lose a job, face a setback, or simply realize that the things we buy stop making us happy. A new phone, a bigger TV, a higher salary, they give temporary highs, but none of them solve the emptiness that comes from living without direction. Think about this. How many people do you know who seem to have everything? Good income, nice apartment, steady job, but still confess they feel stuck? That's not laziness or ingratitude. It's the symptom of living in a system that glorifies productivity over purpose. We've been taught to do more, earn more, achieve more, but rarely to pause and ask why. A purpose-driven mindset starts exactly there with why. It's about reconnecting what we do with what truly matters to us. It's the shift from I work to survive to I work to serve. From how much can I make to how much impact can I create. And this mindset doesn't just change your career, it transforms your entire approach to life. When you find purpose in what you do, every challenge feels different. Failure becomes feedback, effort feels meaningful, time feels valuable, not wasted. Because purpose acts as a compass, it gives direction even when the map is unclear. Without it, you can have all the money in the world and still feel lost. Let's talk about what happens when you chase only the paycheck. At first, it feels good. You get the raise, the recognition, the approval from others. But slowly, your sense of identity becomes tied to your job title, your salary, your LinkedIn profile. When things go well, you feel successful. When they don't, you feel worthless. That's a dangerous dependency because external validation can never replace internal fulfillment. Purpose, on the other hand, gives you something money can't buy: peace. You can earn less and still feel rich in experience, gratitude, and growth. You can face setbacks and still know you're on the right path. Purpose creates resilience. It's the reason some people with modest incomes radiate joy, while others with luxury lifestyles feel empty inside. There's a growing movement in America, especially among younger generations, that's redefining success. People are leaving corporate jobs not because they're lazy, but because they're tired of living someone else's version of success. They're building small businesses, creating art, volunteering, freelancing, or combining multiple passions to design a life that aligns with who they are, not what others expect them to be. This isn't rebellion, it's awakening. The old equation, work hard, earn more, retire happy, no longer guarantees happiness. Because happiness isn't the result of income growth, it's the result of alignment. When your values match your actions, when your work contributes to something bigger than yourself, life starts to feel meaningful. You can still aim for financial goals, but now they serve your purpose, not replace it. So how can we shift from paycheck chasing to purpose-driven living? It begins with clarity. Ask yourself, what energizes me? What problems in the world move me enough to take action? What kind of work would I do even if I didn't get paid? These questions sound simple, but answering them honestly can be life-changing. Clarity leads to direction. Direction leads to discipline. And discipline fueled by purpose becomes unstoppable. That's how people create sustainable success. Success that doesn't burn them out, but builds them up. Another key part of this mindset shift is redefining what enough means. The culture of more keeps us perpetually dissatisfied. We get a raise, and within weeks it no longer feels enough. We buy a bigger house, and soon we want a newer one. The goalpost keeps moving because the chase itself is endless. Purpose invites us to step off that treadmill and ask, what if I already have enough to start living meaningfully right now? When you start living with purpose, your relationship with money changes. You stop seeing it as the end goal and start treating it as a tool, a means to support your mission, your family, your community. You become intentional with how you spend, save, and give. You start prioritizing time over things, experiences over possessions, contribution over consumption. And ironically, this often leads to greater financial success because when you're driven by purpose, your work resonates with people. It attracts opportunity, trust, and loyalty. Companies built on purpose outperform those built solely on profit. Employees motivated by meaning are more creative, resilient, and loyal. Leaders who prioritize values inspire greater impact. Even on a personal level, those who live with purpose have been found to live longer, healthier lives. Science backs it up. Purpose reduces stress, strengthens relationships, and boosts well-being. But purpose doesn't mean quitting your job tomorrow. It doesn't require a dramatic life change. It's about realignment. You can bring purpose into your current role by reframing your mindset, connecting your daily work to a bigger why. Maybe your job helps people indirectly. Maybe it supports your family. Maybe it funds a passion project. The key is to remember that the value of your work isn't defined by your paycheck, but by the meaning you attach to it. Many people think purpose is something they have to find. In truth, it's something they build through curiosity, service, and consistency. You don't stumble upon it one morning. You uncover it piece by piece through your choices, your reflections, and your willingness to grow. And yes, it's not easy. Society won't always reward purpose-driven living immediately. You might earn less in the short term, face doubts from others, or walk a path that feels uncertain. But over time, you'll discover something money can never buy: contentment. The kind that doesn't depend on circumstance. Living beyond paychecks means living intentionally. It means waking up and knowing your time is being spent on something that matters. It means refusing to measure your worth by productivity or possessions. It's about showing up in your life fully, mind, heart, and soul. So maybe the real question isn't, how can I make more money, but how can I make more meaning? Because when you live with purpose, money naturally follows, not always in excess, but in enoughness. You stop chasing and start creating. You stop surviving and start thriving. Imagine a society where people choose jobs not just for pay, but for purpose. Where companies prioritize values as much as profit. Where students are taught to design meaningful lives, not just successful careers. That's not a fantasy. It's a quiet revolution already happening. And every person who chooses purpose over paycheck contributes to that change. If you're feeling stuck or burned out, maybe it's not because you're doing too little, but because you're doing the wrong things for the wrong reasons. It's okay to pause, to reassess, to shift. You are not behind. You are just being called to realign. The purpose-driven mindset isn't about rejecting ambition. It's about redefining it. True ambition isn't to have more than others. It's to become more of yourself, to serve, to grow, to leave something meaningful behind. Because one day, when the paychecks stop, what will remain are the lives you touched, the moments you cherished, and the difference you made. So start small. Write down what matters most to you. Reflect on when you feel most alive. Simplify your goals around what truly aligns with your heart. Purpose doesn't need to be grand, it just needs to be authentic. Whether it's raising a kind family, teaching with passion, healing others, creating art, protecting nature, your purpose is valid. We're living in a time when the world needs purpose-driven people more than ever. The problems we face, climate change, inequality, loneliness, won't be solved by people chasing paychecks, but by people guided by meaning. Every purposeful life adds light to a world desperate for direction. And remember, purpose isn't found in one big moment. It's lived in small, consistent choices. It's in how you treat people, how you spend your time, and how you respond to challenges. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to stay aligned with your values. If you've made it this far in the video, maybe that's a sign. A reminder that deep down, you want more from life than a number on a payslip. You want a reason to wake up excited, not just obligated. And that's exactly what a purpose-driven mindset gives you. So take a breath, step back, ask yourself today, not how to earn more, but how to live more. Your life is worth more than your income. Your time is more valuable than your title. Your purpose is waiting, quietly, patiently, for you to begin listening. Thank you for watching this video. If it spoke to you, please like, share, and follow the Think Fresh Daily channel for more reflections like this, because your purpose deserves to be lived, not just dreamed.